Howdy, everybody. It's your pal Misty. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. And welcome to your Monday night live stream. Once again on Monday night. I felt like I just saw y'all because I did. Let me go ahead and say hello to the chat. Hello, Cassandra. She sent your reminder. Hope you made it back on time. Hopefully, we'll be here for about an hour today. Howdy to Sherry. Thank you for being here. Hello to my lovely moderator, Cheryl, and to Mary. You're driving. Okay, be safe. Let us know when you're there. Hello, Jess. Jess, have you tried that mango peach drink from C4? It was so good. I've already drank all the other ones. It was a variety pack, so like each flavor had a couple. Them are gone. It was so good. I keep thinking about it. Oh yeah, you're here. Wonderful. Glad that you made it back with the reminder. You haven't tried it yet. If you see it, Jess, maybe pick it up. It was pretty good. Out of the ones that you had, they were all good actually, but that one just was. It shook me. I was so surprised. So, welcome to your Monday night live stream. Sorry, I got to pull down my hoodie a little bit. This hoodie may come off because the way this apartment is set up, and it makes sense too. But like my living room, y'all have probably seen it in some of the live streams. I have two huge windows, like on my two main walls of my living room, and the rest enters into an open floor plan. And then I have my office and my bedroom, which my bedroom is actually a smaller room. They call it a study. It's not really a 2-bedroom. They call it a 1-bedroom study. It's a whole nother room. It's just like 2 foot littler than this one, like width-wise. Anyway, it's like 10 degrees warmer in here than it is in the rest of the house because of those windows, because of the open floor plan. So when I come in here to work out in the mornings, I'm like, dang, it's hot in here. But then I get to go into the living room and get to cool off. So it's not so bad. Anyway, we may come out of this hoodie while we're sitting in here. It comes on and off all day long because it gets so hot in here. Yeah, I'm glad they were all good. I would have enjoyed it just anyway, Jess, but they actually all tasted really good too. All 4 of them were good because it had that mango peach, the cherry berry lime, which I liked. I did like it. They're cherry lime. They should do a cherry limeade. And then there was like a frozen bombsicle one, which I've had. Was the other one Skittles, maybe? No, strawberry watermelon. Oh, I probably should have redone. I've already done a taste test on that. I don't remember what I gave it, but it's probably a 5 too. It's real good. Strawberry watermelon's one of my favorite combos, though. Hey, bud. Actually, that's what I have in this drink right here. I really like the Element electrolytes, but they're also real expensive. So I have started using the ones that I get from the Dollar Tree, or sometimes I can get them from HEB. They're called Pure Kick. And they actually have an energy version that I like too. They have a blood orange and a blueberry acai, I think. But then in their electrolytes, they have a watermelon strawberry. It's my favorite. Do you like the Bang Star Blast? You know what? I haven't had that in a long time. I haven't had Bang in a long time outside of the redo of the Rainbow Unicorn, which we don't have to talk about. It's still gross. So I have had it. There's probably a review of it because Bang was my favorite for a long time, but they don't really come out with new flavors very often. And they just sort of started redoing a bunch of the same ones. Now I can't even remember the names. They had a black cherry vanilla, which was one of my favorites. And what was that cherry lemon one? They had like I don't remember what they called it, but it was like a cherry lemonade flavor kind of. It was good. I have had recently, actually, from Bang, though, not on purpose, but I thought I had canceled all of my subscribe and save orders, and I had missed one because I only got it like every 3 or 4 months, the Bang Radical Skedaddle. So I like that one too. The Star Blast to me was kind of similar to that. Anyway, so before I get too far into it, it's not really a taste test because I've already tasted it because I've made it. But my coach, Kirsten, is from Ohio, and a lot of the girls somehow are also from Ohio, Betsy and Melissa. And then my friends Lori and Tim, who Lori often joins a live stream. But if you whenever you catch this, Lori, don't worry. I got your Miami underneath. But evidently they're in a playoff game tonight. So I said, hey, I'll wear my Ohio State shirt. But really, what I wanted to do was um, I made Buckeyes, but not like regular Buckeyes. So my coach Kirsten posted barely a recipe video. She basically said what it was and had her dad try it. And it's 1.5 cups of PB2 powder, half a cup of unsweetened applesauce. Then you just mix that together, and then you pull out and you form little balls, and then you're supposed to like dip them because it's supposed to have like a little bit of peanut showing on the outside to look like a Buckeye, which I guess is a nut. Is that right? Does anybody know? Anyway, I couldn't figure out how to do couldn't figure out how to do that. Nope, it didn't work. So we just dipped the whole thing in dark chocolate because dark chocolate's what I had more of. So I'm celebrating by eating a healthier version of a Buckeye. And so I figured I'd share because I was shook. They're so good. I'm just trying, let me scoop. If I need to move y'all, will use my laptop because I want to show y'all the inside of this too. It's good. I've already had several of them. Can you see? It just makes these little peanut butter balls. I could eat just the peanut butter balls. I was really worried when she made it. I was like, I could see where an unsweetened applesauce with that much PB2 powder would probably just kind of make it a sweet peanut butter, which is exactly what it is, because I did eat one of just the peanut butter balls. But I also cannot deny they're better dipped in chocolate. Mine, of course, is a sugar-free dark chocolate from Choc Zero. So it's sugar-free, everything. And it's high protein because it's got the PB2 fit powder in it. But I was worried about the texture because, applesauce is not something I would eat because it's one level above soup and just barely. It's kind of soup. But anyway, not only as we get older, but especially as we get older, I know y'all are tired of hearing everybody say this, but we need more protein. And I do happen to like meat a lot. But I was actually telling Mary and Natasha that this weekend. Mentally, I could be carnivore. That'd be easy. Just maybe not strict. I don't know. Like I would want to do eggs and butter and bacon and, that kind of thing. But when I eat just protein, I get so full, I can't eat enough. And I need to be able to eat enough. So I add in vegetables, which are more carbs, which actually do make me eat a little bit more. And then I try to have different protein sweet treats. So these are really good if you're interested. You could just do the 1.5 cups of PB2 fit powder and unsweetened applesauce. And we'll chase it with some strawberry watermelon pure kick electrolytes. Oh, Chris is here. Hey, Chris. You know what I like? I'm going to pull up my mouse for y'all. Let's see. Why is my mouse not scrolling in chat? There we go. Cheryl says yummy. They are actually surprisingly delicious. The texture is great. It's just like soft, creamy peanut butter. It ends up being so good. Because one thing I probably complain about the most about my PB Fit 2 powder is I always end up adding too much liquid, and it's always a little bit runnier than I like. This is like, it's almost like a solid mass. It's so good. Hey, Chris. Chris is saying hi to everybody. I appreciate you being here, Chris. I love having you here. I'm glad you're around, sir. Marcy's here. Hello, Marcy. Thanks for joining. Jess says she'll need to try it. So good. I mean, I'm sure maybe you could figure out how to dip it and leave the little part on the top, but heck, I'm just going to eat it. Why not cover the whole thing in chocolate? I mean, chocolate's part of the appeal. And I mean, you could change the ratio, is what I was thinking. And this would be an awesome filling for a low carb, low sugar, high protein peanut butter cup. But I like the taste of PB2 Fit powder. So having just a big old chunk of it works for me really well. But I do plan in part of the future to make peanut butter cups out of them. Ooh, even maybe with some white chocolate. Oh, there we go. So thank you coming to my Monday night chat while I eat sweet treats while we chat. Protein is important. I did, Cassandra, and I'll be happy to share it again because it's so easy. Hold on, let me chew it all. It's peanut butter, so it is half a cup of unsweetened applesauce, 1.5 cups of PB Fit 2 powder, or that's the one that I use, a peanut butter powder, a peanut butter protein. I get the one that's extra protein in it. And then you just make them into balls. I put them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and then I took them out and I dipped them in dark chocolate. I added a little bit of coconut oil to the dark chocolate. I don't know about other types of chocolate, but I have found with Choc Zero, the sugar-free chocolate that I use, it works best if I add a little bit of coconut oil. Probably like maybe a tablespoon of coconut oil for like a whole bag. I used about half a bag to cover these. And I don't know how many I got. Maybe like 20 of them. I'll just pull out 2 of them and snack on them. They've been my evening treat for the last couple of days. So I'm eating my evening treat before I eat my dinner. But I wanted to say go. Are they just called the Buckeyes? Yeah, go Buckeyes. They're playing in some game tonight. I don't know, because I don't care about them. But I like good sweet treats, and I like to share. I was on Deanna's live stream, well, in the chat. My friend over at Adventures of Deanna, she does a live stream every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock Central, the Saturday morning ritual. And someone had asked for a recipe. I'm like, I don't know any recipes. I ain't got no. I drew a blank. And the only recipe I could think of was flatbread, which is also good. The recipe for cottage cheese flatbread, it's just 1 cup of cottage cheese and 1 egg, and then seasoning, and then you cook it. You just blend it all up in a blender, mixer, whatever you have. I use my little Ninja cup. And then add some seasoning, put it on a baking sheet, silicone mat. I use parchment paper, so it's easily taken off. Bake it like 12 minutes, like 400 degrees, 350, 400 degrees. Oh, hey, Deanna's here. Deanna, you're never here. I was just talking about you. Look at me. Use a toothpick to dip them. That would probably work. I don't know if it would, I mean, maybe it would, you could probably like kind of like make the ball around the toothpick and then it would be a little bit more secure. I would just, because I was trying to just sort of hold the top and dip like half, and then it was just, it never had a good circle, and then it had these little, y'all know me, and I was just like, oh, I can't. It looks ridiculous. I can't do it. We're just dipping the whole thing. But well, you could try that, Mary, if you're gonna make them ever. Somebody else, let me know if you try that and if the toothpick works. Yeah, hey Deanna. Oh no, you're good, Deanna. You're welcome here. You're always right on time whenever you can make it. Hey, Jocelyn made it to a live stream. Woo! I know you're normally working, Jocelyn. I don't know how you made it to this one, but I sure am glad that you're here. All right, let's see. Let me scroll. Sorry, I was talking so much about the Buckeyes, I forgot to scroll through my chat. Oh, she says she has a huge sweet tooth, so always looking for something protein packed. If you're also looking for low carb, I do have some other very easy recipes. The other one that I'm going to make myself tonight so that I'll have other treats is not necessarily high protein, but it is a good low carb. It's the Jell-O box cake cookies. They're so good. I love those things. So I'm making me some of those. That's a box of a keto cake mix. I use the Pillsbury no sugar because it's the cheapest. A box of sugar-free Jell-O. Or I've heard you can use pudding, but I always use Jell-O. I get like box cake and either lemon or strawberry. I'm sorry, lemon or cherry. I have had strawberry actually too, or strawberry. Have I had any other flavors? Lemon, cherry, strawberry. Those are the only three that I have. I normally make the lemon and the cherry because lemon and the cherry are my favorite. Anyway, it's a box of low sugar cake mix, box of sugar-free Jell-O, 1 stick of butter, 1 or 2 eggs, kind of depending on the size of your egg. Normally 1 egg is fine. And you just mix it all up, throw in some sugar-free chocolate chips or regular, whatever you want. It's so good. It's really good. And then that flatbread. I love the cottage cheese flatbread because it's also high protein. And then I just put meat in it and wrap it up and eat it like a flatbread. It's good. I've seen people make pizzas out of it too, but it's a little floppy. It's not like a crispy thing. It's floppy. So simple. Love it. That's all I do. I only understand simple. Chef Misty puts maximum of like 6 ingredients together. If I can blend it all in a bowl, scoop it out with a scoop Mary got me and put it in the oven, we're making it. Or we're heating up meat in the air fryer. I'm having hot dog tonight. I've already decided. Did I tell y'all that already? I might have already said that, but I'm having hot dog tonight. I'm gonna put it in a low carb tortilla. Again, it says, I understand not being able to think of a recipe on the go, especially when your mind is not in that space. In reference to my flatbread comment. Yeah. Well, she was like, do y'all, she asked you, but as your moderator, I always try to help. And I know that I do know recipes. And I was like, I can't think of any recipes. I was like, what do I do that's easy that I could easily convey, in a comment? Because I'm not talking like I am now. I was like, ooh, that flatbread one is really good. Maybe I should make a flatbread and then have I think I've changed my mind. I think I'm having hot dog and a flatbread, a cottage cheese flatbread instead of a low carb tortilla. That sounds really good. And I feel well enough to make it. Thanks guys for being here, listening to me figure out what I'm doing for dinner by talking me through it. Oh, okay. You're still working but remote today. I won't tell them. Cassandra says she made a date bark last week. So good. Dates are delicious. I don't eat them very much because it is so much sugar, but they are delicious. Yeah, date bark does sound good. I'm making you hungry. I'm making my own self hungry. It's because I started with chocolate and peanut butter. I didn't even know what we were planning on talking about. Food was last week. But she was decked all out in her Ohio gear stuff. And I was like, oh, I have Ohio gear. And I have Buckeyes. So it felt like a good thing to do for my own entertainment, if nothing else. Thank y'all for being here and listening. So what has happened? I feel like a lot has happened since last Thursday. My anxiety has been through the roof bad. Like, I don't know. I'm better now because, like, I was telling my Discord earlier, once I kind of admitted that that's what was happening, I was like, oh, yeah, no, you're anxious. It's fine. You're fine. It's just your brain's tricking you. Stop. Don't listen to it. You're actually fine. There's nothing wrong. Um, I think it's a combination of things, to be real honest. And then y'all know I talk for 30 minutes before I ever get into the topic. Thanks for being here. But I was sick, right? Well, y'all know, some of y'all were here last week, so y'all probably know I'm still not 100%, but I feel good now, I can say. I thought I was going to take a nap today because of the anxiety, but I ended up not having to do that. But I haven't needed a nap, just like out of sickness exhaustion. My lungs don't really hurt anymore. I am still a little congested, but I'm hoping that I got enough of it done with before this cold front comes through. So then yesterday, it was so exciting news. Let me just go ahead and say it before I get into everything else. It's probably gonna snow. I want to build a snowman. I'm excited, guys. They're saying that in my area, because I live like a little bit north of Houston. Actually, I live in Montgomery County, which is just north of Houston, but we may get like 3 to 5 inches is what they're saying. They keep saying it too. Like, for the last week, they've been saying it, but I'm like, that's ridiculous. Weird. The weather literally changes here every hour. We have a new forecast. I'm sure that's the same everywhere, but like in Texas, our swings are so big. It's like, it's going to come right for you. You don't even get a sprinkle. Like, you never know. They keep saying we're getting like 3 to 5 inches, and they're saying, "Where's my mama?" I just realized my mama's not here. Mama, where are you? I knew where she was last week. She didn't. Did she? Did she tell me she was going to be here this week? If you told me, I forgot what you're doing tonight. Last week she was having fancy drinks on Thursday, but that was my fault because I messed up the live stream time sheet, and she's got plans. Anyway, my mama, sorry, I'll have to message her after this. I messaged her earlier this morning, but anyway, they're saying that Louisiana may get like historic level, like southern Louisiana, which is where she is. She's probably 15 miles as a crow flies from the coast. Sorry, almost. Anyway, it's a big day in a lot of ways today. I watched someone who watched the inauguration so that I could listen to other things as it was going on and get some insights. So I guess she's 20 miles from the Gulf of America. I don't know why that makes me giggle so bad. But she might get historic snowfall. What? What? Anyway, so part of why I've been trying to get better is because we have this horrible storm coming through where we may get historic levels of snowfall. They said if it snows even more than, like, I think they said 1.5 inches or something like that, it's more snow than Houston has had since 1960. What? That's longer than I've been alive even. That's all. My mama would have been 5. She wouldn't have been in Houston, but she'd only been 5. Dang. That's a long time ago. Anyway, so I've been trying to get healthier and work through my sickness. So maybe I should circle back around to that because it does kind of link into fitness. But so on Sunday, I didn't want to walk because the freezing weather is already here. It was already below freezing, which by itself, I think the temperature this week, we're hitting records that we haven't hit in a decade or two. But we decided to go. We went to my favorite place for breakfast, Red Oak Cafe. They have the best sweet cream pancakes, and their hash browns are so good. I don't know what it is about everything is good. Their country sausage is good. Their biscuits are mid. I'm going to be honest. That's probably the one that their biscuits are mid. It's a biscuit. There's nothing special about it except for that it is exactly what you want in a biscuit. There's nothing wrong with being mid. There's nothing wrong with being exactly what you should be. But it is exemplified by the fact that I add their egg and their country sausage, and then I make a sandwich out of it. And then I bring the pancakes home because I never can eat the whole thing while I'm there. But anyway, we went to Red Oak Cafe, and then I got home and I was going to take a nap because it was Sunday and I didn't. To be real honest, I was basically going to take a nap because I was bored and I didn't want to watch TV and I didn't want to study. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted my brain to rest. So I tried to lay down. Well, both of the dogs decided that they wanted to lay down with me, and there was confusion in the sheets, and we had a dog fight. Ugh. So I grabbed Ruby. It took me a couple tries because, of course, they were behind my back. So I'm on the bed. I'm trying to stop her. Luckily, he doesn't keep going at her like she keeps trying to kill him. Like if I let go of her, she immediately pounces him again. But if I can get her, he'll just. I mean, like if this microphone was her face, he'll be like right in her face, like he's right there. But he doesn't actually bite her. But I put her out of the bedroom, and then I was like, you know what? Now I have to take a nap because my anxiety, I was almost in panic. So I'm like, oh, and we just shut the door and left her out there. And then I leave him in the bedroom after I got up from my nap. I go in the living room and the poor baby is limping. Evidently, I don't know if he bit her or if he scratched her. I'm assuming he bit her leg because there was no blood, but you could see what looked like a little puncture mark and then like a scratch. It looked like a scratch. So I think he might have had a hold of her. And then when I pulled her off, I think I facilitated that. So I felt horrible that I left her out there for like an hour and a half hurting without knowing, but also mad at her because it was her fault. She started it. She always starts it. Like, I feel bad for you, but also you started it. So I was so nervous. I just left Barnum in the bedroom all night, and then I stayed in the living room with her for the rest of the night. And then when I went to bed, I just went in the bedroom with Barnum, shut the door. And then this morning I let him out, and she's still limping. And then this afternoon he tried to instigate play, and it was obvious that she didn't want to, and she started to growl at him a little bit. And even though her paw is hurting, I think it's like, what is that, their elbow joint? It's not like at the base where it meets her body. It's not like what would be her shoulder. So I guess it'd be kind of like her elbow joint. And I guess he got her like right there because she always picks that paw up. But when we went outside to use the bathroom, there was a dog. She sure could run. No problem. I think it's one of those, it hurts. But if she's real excited, she's going to use it. So it's not broken or anything. She can put weight on it. She's jumped up and down off the couch, up and down off the bed. But after she does, she has a little bit of a limp. So between all of that, my anxiety, you should see, I sent the Discord a picture of my Fitbit yesterday on my heart rate. It's like, do. I was like, anybody want to guess when the dog fight happened? I mean, my anxiety just went through the roof. And I had already knew it was building. I think I even told y'all at breakfast, Mary, that my anxiety had been kind of high. I hate anxiety. I hate it. 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 And yet there it is. There it is. It's like, and there's nothing you can do about it. What? There is something you can do about it. You can admit that you're doing it and then try to work yourself through it. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just. Okay, not too many records. Not too many. I was like, oh no, I've been talking for a minute, not checking the chat. Mary said this longer than you've been alive too, right? It would be the biggest snowfall of your life. Ow. Isn't that exciting? My hands hurt so bad, guys. This arthritis medicine is great. It has been life-changing for me. Talk about another side tangent of a conversation. My fingers hurt so bad. Look, you can, my poor little pinky, it it don't even have, the rest of my fingers can stand up straight. My poor little pinky just, it can't. And even trying to straighten it up for, because I was trying. If I don't try it just as a hook, it's just got a little J hook on it. Feels like somebody is slicing all my fingers open all the time. I have arthritis in my hands real bad, but my pinkies are the worst. My other one looks a little bit better, but it's just like, just gets like this huge knotted. You can't really see. Oh, maybe. Ow, it hurts a lot. The hardest part of the workout this morning was holding the weights. So I was all excited because finally I'm feeling better and I was going to go to the gym and I was really excited for the gym. I felt good. I felt like I could go to the gym. I got all my stuff ready. I got my clothes on. I got my clothes that I was going to wear in the gym in the bag because it's warm in the gym and it is not warm outside. And so I just put my gym clothes in a bag and was going to wear heavy clothes to the gym. And then sat around for a while and was like, why? Just get up and go to the gym, girl. You got your pre-workout. Just go to the gym. And so I went and I got in the car and then I cried for like 20 minutes in the car. Like, what is happening? And that's when my brain was like, oh, and I got a haircut. Did I have the haircut? Oh, I think I had the haircut on the last live stream. Anyway, sorry. Cried for like 20 minutes in the car. And I was like, just don't go to the gym. You're fine. You don't have to go. There's nothing saying that you have to go to the gym. It may make you feel better, but this is making you feel worse. So I just went back inside and didn't go. I didn't know why my anger, I was certain that I was going to die on the way to the gym. I think I was in a panic attack. If not, it was real close. Because I was just certain as soon as I pulled out of that parking lot, something was going to happen. And that was going to be it. It was going to be over. We were going to be done for. And that's no, no. So I came back inside. I told the Discord, my anxiety's real bad. So then the dogs and I just kind of sat around for the rest of the afternoon. Barnum tried to get Ruby to play. So her and I came in here for a little while and let him stay in the living room, because I feel bad leaving him in the bedroom, even though, as predicted, when Ruby and I left, he was in the bedroom. He's sleeping in bed. So, like, I shouldn't feel bad. He's asleep right here next to me now, and she's asleep in the living room. So they'll probably stay there for a while, but I'll probably put him in the bedroom again tonight just to let her rest, because he's been kind of not picking on her. He just wants her to play. He doesn't realize that, she's hurt and doesn't really feel like it. Like, I can see it in her eyes that she doesn't feel good, Oh, you have record lows in Virginia also? Yeah, this storm is affecting a lot of people, but for some reason, it is mainly going to dump on Texas and Louisiana. Like, as far as snow. And I even heard that Florida may get snow. Like, North Florida may get snow. Any part of Florida may get snow. What? I made you stop it. Oh, so you got something? Did you get applesauce? Because you need applesauce too. Or not to make the thing, just to have the powder. I always keep the powder on hand. I like to use it. Hey, Will's here. Will sends me the best memes. And then he sent me one the other day and I thought it was a joke. Ghost has a black cherry sour or warhead. I have to find it. I need it so bad now. He's like, no, girl, that was the actual announcement. I was like, what? That's a real, I thought like somebody was spoofing it, because it should be a flavor. I like cherry, black cherry, whatever it is. I like it all. Gotta make sure. Oh yeah, smash the like button, please, and thank you. It does help the stream and the algorithm and whatever. Evidently, I don't understand I understand algorithms. I just don't know how to work them. We were having this conversation at breakfast because of the whole TikTok thing. I'm not on TikTok. I can't stand TikTok. TikTok does not, I don't know how to work. They say it's the best algorithm, and I'm not debating that. I don't know. I don't understand it at all. But here's the thing that I also realize. In order for an algorithm to work, you're supposed to interact with it. If I don't know you, I'm not liking your comment. I'm not leaving a comment and I'm not liking your content. I don't know you. I'm just going to watch it. That's what I'm here for, is to watch things. If I don't know you, I'm not liking it and I'm not commenting on it. So I just end up watching everything, because I'm also one of those people, once I start watching, I'm probably gonna finish unless it's offensive to me, which that rarely happens, because at least the Instagram algorithm doesn't give me offensive content most of the time. A couple of times I'll be like, we're not doing that, and I'll like say that I don't want to see content like that, just for my own mental health. Anyway, I could never get behind TikTok just because I don't understand how the algorithm. I mean, I understand how it works. It just doesn't work for me because I can't use it. Wait, now why was I talking about TikTok? I forgot why I was going there. Was I talking about algorithms? I forgot. Oh, like because it helps the algorithm. That's what it was. Because Will said smash the like button. That was so big of a tangent. I even lost my own train of thought. I'm sorry. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm just gonna thank y'all for being here every time I'm talking about stuff. Who knows how I got there? Y'all probably know, because hopefully y'all were listening. I was not listening to what I was saying. I was just talking. Mary said she had some, but she didn't have enough to make them. And you have applesauce already. Ugh, you would have applesauce. Don't tell me when you're eating that either. Okay, thanks. Mary will be like, I'm eating supper you don't want me to tell you about. That means it's soup. And she's right. I don't want to know about it. You don't even have to tell me you're eating supper. It's okay if you starve. Now my fingers hurt. Sorry. Did I say the hardest part was holding the weights this morning? Been considering maybe wearing gloves, but I'm like, I'm warm in the house. I don't know that it would help. I think it's just like something in the outside being cold. I mean, it's not just my hands. It's also my neck and my shoulders get it really bad. Like up through here, like in this base of my skull, all the way down just below my neck gets real tight. Like she was like, roll your head. I'm like, I can't even hardly get my head to either side. Ugh. And then, of course, my shoulders are all. This one's really messed up. This one is not great. They both have arthritis really bad, bone on bone arthritis in this one. Not in this one, because this one isn't connected to nothing. It's got a bar in there to keep it even in its place. My knee actually hasn't been hurting too bad, so I'm excited about that. I've been working a lot on my knee and getting it better. I'm still going to have the bone on bone level 4 arthritis, whatever they call it. That's fine. It's not going to go away. I mean, I could probably like medically do something to make it less, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm just trying to save my knee for as long as I can. So my knee actually in all this cold is probably the least painful thing. The most painful thing is my hands and my neck. So... Hey, Lori's here. Lori, you missed it. I made Buckeyes, sort of. I made low carb, sugar free. It's peanut butter too. Look, I'll just say it again. It's half a cup of unsweetened applesauce, 1.5 cups of PB2 Fit powder, mixed all together, formed into balls, dipped in chocolate. They were delicious. I already ate them. But don't worry, I'm not just wearing my Ohio shirt, Lori. For you and Tim, we got it. We're rocking them. Evidently, Ohio's in some bowl game tonight, which I'm sure you probably know because you live in Ohio. But anyway, thanks for joining, Lori. I'm happy you're here. I know. I don't. Yeah, thank you. I'd rather think that you starved than to know that you had to eat. Will says sometimes he has to use a TENS unit. You know, I've heard about that. I've used those when I've done physical therapy before, but haven't used them for my own recovery. Yeah, arthritis stinks. And even though the diclofenac sodium that I'm on, it's great. But in this cold, like in this bone cold, no, it doesn't. I mean, it helps because at least I can use my hands, but they hurt. And I had to drop down to I started with my 15-pound dumbbells this morning, And I had to drop down to 12, not because of the muscles in any of my body, but just because my hands couldn't hold on to them anymore. It was just too much. Anyway, that's fine. Let's see. Hello, Lord. I know, Lori. Why didn't we think of that? Did they have a Miami one? Probably. I really like this hoodie, though. She said that I should have gotten the Miami sweatshirt and the Ohio t-shirt. It's Miami. It's Miami in Ohio, guys. It's not Miami in Florida. This one came first. But I love this hoodie. Get you a hoodie in a cold place. Because it's got that cushy, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's got this cushy soft material, but it's fleece on the inside, but it's light and it's warm. How did they make it light and warm? I don't know. I really do have to say I like this hoodie a lot. Next time I come, Lori, we'll look for me one like this in Miami. Cheryl says loves her tins machine. It helps greatly. I mean, maybe at some point in my future, that's what I'll look into. So, because it will help with fitness. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, now that we're almost done with 2/3 of the live stream. I just like to talk to y'all. Y'all know that. I don't have a job. I don't walk with Amy because Amy's actually having surgery. What is that going to be, next Thursday? Yeah, not this coming up Thursday, but the next. So please say a little prayer for my best friend. We are just a heck of a pair, but she's the one having all the surgeries. So luckily, I have not hurt myself bad enough to need any type of surgery. Anyway, so focus. I've been talking about all the things that I'm going to focus on this year. My word of the year for 2025 is focus. And one of the things within focus for me is if you focus on something, that's great. How are you going to get there? Because I believe you need to live now, but also focus forward. Like think about the future, right? Because you can't do anything about the past. You can think about it if you want to. Don't dwell on it. Don't compare yourself. Like just forget about it. It's done. Forget about that. Ooh, we're done with that. We're done with that. It's your past. Nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. But you can do right now. You can do right now all the time. The best thing about right now is it's always right now, and you can always make a change right now. But what I'm trying to do is make changes right now that my future self will thank me for, which I've never done before because I never thought I had a future self. Now, today, I didn't leave the house because I thought I was certainly going to die if I did. That's panic attack for you. I think I probably was in panic attack. Now that I'm being real honest with myself, I think it was a little bit of a mini panic attack. I got myself out of it, but it was rough there after a good 20-minute cry. I think it just needed the release, and maybe that helped. But one of the areas that I want to focus on right now in every sort of almost moment that I can to help me move forward is fitness. And it's fitness for a number of reasons and in a number of ways. Will says hoodies are essential. His wife has one with a heater built into it. I have seen heated hoodies, heated vests, heated gloves. It just does not get that cold here. I don't own a jacket. I have some vests and I have some hoodies. So yesterday, like when I went to meet the girls, I wore my thermal underwear, I wore a regular t-shirt, I wore my hoodie, and then I wore my vest on top of it. I was super warm. I was like, I can't even tell it's cold outside. And a Carhartt beanie. That's it. And gloves. I have gloves. I don't even own a jacket. I don't need one. It's a waste of money to own a jacket. It's maybe not a waste of money, but I just don't need one. The hoodies and vests are a good enough combo for me. But I understand the practicality of a heated garment where y'all live. Do you have a heated one, Cheryl? You probably have some heated garments, Cheryl, huh? Oh, Mary's home. Yay. Now you get to stay safe. Whew. I don't got to worry about you being out and about anymore. Oh, see, it was 6 degrees, not counting the wind here. It wasn't feels like 6 degrees. It was 6 degrees, probably feels like negative. Doesn't matter what the number is after that. It's cold, too cold, negative, too cold. So, fitness. Fitness is the best thing that I have ever done for my mental health. Full stop. There are other things that I think that it is good for, but for me, and that's what I share here, is what works for me, why and how. Fitness is the best thing I have ever done for my mental health, full stop. I am currently unmedicated, which I realize is why I am swinging a little bit. But to be fair, I have been unemployed for almost 3 months. Part of the reason that I'm starting to panic is I haven't gotten a single call back. But I'm also okay with that because even though I may look through like 30 or 50 listings a week, probably sometimes more than that, although some of them are getting repetitive because they're still there and I still don't want to apply to them. But like the minimum is 3. I have to apply to 3 jobs a week. There have been a few weeks where I applied to more than that just because I wasn't sure if that opportunity would still be there the next week. And sometimes I'll be like, that's still going to be there. We'll hold it. Or I can see how long it's going to be open, like on Indeed. Sometimes I'll tell you, how long the posting is for and things like that. Anyway, but what I want to do is something in fitness. And part of the reason that I want to do something in fitness is because of how much it has changed my life. End of story. That's why I want to do it, because I believe it is for everyone. I believe it looks different for everyone, but I believe that it is for everyone. And that's why last week when I was sick, every morning I still got up and I joined boot camp. And I know there were people that are like, you're sick. You should not be doing a workout. I disagree. Now, sometimes you're at a certain level of sick and you know your own body. You do what is best for you. For me, again, I always feel like I need to make that clarification, even though y'all are always here all the time and know all I do is talk about myself. I should have gone. Makes me think of that focus on me. Remember that from the first one, but I felt it'd be narcissistic. Maybe I should be a narcissist. Can you learn to do that? Because the one thing that worries me most about fitness, sorry, that's a really strange thing to say probably, but y'all know people scare me. And so I have been trying to be so strong and be like, I can do this fitness. I can go ground level. I can go in a gym. I can talk to people. It makes me nervous. That's the truth. Y'all are here for the truth. I mean, y'all are here for whatever reason, but I always tell y'all the truth. I'm scared of people a little bit. People make me so nervous, but I want to help. I want everybody to know how good you can feel because it feels amazing to feel good mentally and physically. But it's very nerve-wracking. I take the relentless approach to fitness. I can honestly tell you, in the past, when I got sick, do you know what I did? Nothing. I did nothing. I did as little as possible. I believe that movement was the worst thing for me while I was sick. It would make me more sick. You're already sick. Be still. Heal your body. Eat mashed potatoes and yeast rolls. My brain does not feel that way about it anymore. And my body has proven over and over again to me that is not what is best. Now, did I do a 1 hour workout with 15-pound dumbbell? No. On Monday, I didn't even pick up a weight. And I didn't even do half of the moves they did because anytime I would bend over, I would cough. So we didn't bend over. If they bent over, I did something different, or I just did my little front step, side step, back step, which is my go-to in between sets of stuff. And you know what I used to get? Chronic bronchitis. I had bronchitis 2 to 3 times a year minimum. I've had more Z-Packs and steroids than I should. I should be bulked up massive. That's not how those steroids work. I should be bulked up massive from all the steroids I took. I don't know how it works. But do you know what I haven't had? Bronchitis. And do you know why I believe that's true? Because I would sit and let it sit on my lungs, and I would try to breathe real shallow to not cough because it hurts, right? So for me, if I'm sick, I can't do a full workout, but I need to move my body. Stretching. Woo, stretching felt so good. Normally, I ain't gonna lie to you. Stretching feels like work. It feels like it feels harder than the workout sometimes, and sometimes it hurts more than the workouts hurt. So stretching can, within reason, you have to tax your body. You have to stretch it. It's not going to be comfortable. If your stretches are comfortable, guess what you're not doing? Stretching. I don't know. Is that the relentless approach to stretching? If you're not feeling it, you're not doing it, because I feel like that's true. I'm getting all congested. Dang it. This weather, I do think I'm hoping I'm well enough that this weather won't take me out, but it may. And that'll be okay, because do you know what I'm going to do every day? Move my body. Fitness has changed my whole entire life. Y'all know I've lost weight before, and I felt like everybody lied because I didn't feel any better mentally or physically, because for me, it wasn't about the way that I looked. I looked drastically different, but I didn't feel better mentally or physically. Physical fitness has changed that for me. Moving my body. It's different for everybody. I always say that. Everybody's different because everybody's different. But I believe that everybody can move their body in some ways. And if you need ideas of how to do that, let me know. I'll be happy to help. Because it has literally changed my life. And I want that for everybody. And I want to help. So I'm giving myself, the rest of this month and 2 more good months, which will be 5 out of the 6 months of unemployment that I get. So I'm going to give myself 2 more good full months of trying to find a job in the fitness industry, because I'm 100% sure I can get a job within a month in my old industry that I don't want to work in. I will, because I'm a grown adult who is single and needs an income. But my plan is to finish my group fitness certification, continue to apply for jobs only in and around the fitness arena, which I've gone out into different things in fitness, right? We all don't know that. The types of jobs that I've applied for. I've even replied to like recovery centers and things like that. I may start putting out their personal training and just sort of do that as a side hustle for anyone who's interested, because I have a few people that I've already helped or am helping. And then I know I have some people who are wanting me to take them on as their coach and as a part of a business, right? So that is something that I'm seriously looking into, because that's what I want to do. I have been 350 pounds. I know what fitness looks like at that weight. And I mean, let's be real honest. Part of what makes me nervous about it is, as far as like entry level, right? Is if I told you to picture your favorite fitness influencer, like you're, a famous person who is a fitness influencer. They probably don't look like me in a number of ways. But that's a me thing, right? Because y'all know me, so you know my story. But constantly having to get that story out there to people is something that I'm not afraid to do. I'm not afraid to share my story, and I'm not afraid to talk to people about fitness. So even though people scare me, if there's one thing that I can talk to people about, it's how fitness has changed my life and how I believe it can help you in yours. And that's why I'm going to continue, even though I haven't gotten a single call back for an interview. I'm going to continue. I'm just going to go even more base level, right? Like if I need to do front desk work at a Planet Fitness or a Lifetime Fitness or Crunch Fitness or whatever, I'll do that. Pay me minimum wage I'll do it. I want to get started, and I realize that I may have to hustle harder on the side, or maybe even find another part-time job for the income, but I want to get in it. And I realize that may mean that I have to start at the bottom, and maybe use a side hustle of helping people on the side. I've looked into different coaching apps. I've decided the one that I'm going to use. So I'll probably be talking about that later, just because I talk about everything that I do. Please know that it is not me saying, join me, because it's really not. It's just something that I do want to do. And anybody who wants my help, I want to be able to give it to them, right? I mean, I'll still do all of this stuff. I actually have a really fun, it may not be fun for y'all. I have what I feel is a really fun idea that I'm going to start doing on Instagram and YouTube. And I have actually decided, I've been thinking about it all month long, because I've been talking about Fitness Fridays, and I still think I want to keep that maybe. But I'm definitely going to be doing something, because my Vlogmas was, a lot of y'all reached out and said that you really like that as beginners. Because there's not a lot of people who not only know how to help a beginner, but know how to help a beginner with a body style that is not traditionally found in the fitness arena. Right? We're not a regular body type. And regular body type people will be trying to make us do regular body type exercises. That ain't how it works. That's not going to work for you. I'm sorry. I love you, but that's not going to work for you. Not at first. But if you live right now and focus on your future, you'll get there eventually. Just keep working. And if you don't, you'll still feel better every moment for it. Guaranteed. So I'm also focusing on my own fitness. I'm going to the gym. Well, not today. I did do a strength workout. I don't know if I said that. I just did an in-home strength workout. I have a lot of equipment. I have barbells, dumbbells. I even have a pulley system. I have bands that I use. So I ended up doing a strength workout here. And I think that's also part of why I'm probably even more relaxed, because I went heavy. I pushed heavy. For me, anyway. Heavy is comparative to whatever you pushed the other day. But I've been sick too. So it's the heaviest weights that I've been pushing in like 2 weeks. So it felt really good. So I want to focus on even my own fitness. And one thing that fitness has really also helped me with, as someone who has had an extreme weight loss, is, and I've talked about this before, how my body actually moves. Because this body is brand new and it is still trying to walk and function like a 350-pound body. Those habits were so firmly built into my physical structure that I am like piece by piece having to change them. I've been working on my gait, my physical walking, and realized that I don't actually use my hips like at all. I just kick my legs. I don't actually use my hips. Like, people kept saying, use your arms and it'll help you. I'm like, it just tires out my arms. But now I realize, if you're using this arm and you're twisting your hip when you're going the other way, that's a little dramatic, and y'all can't even see my hips. But to now, I feel like my hip is always stuck in the open position. So I've been looking down at my feet and I see that my feet are also in this position. Feet aren't like this. This right foot wants to be all flayed out. So I have been steadily working on, getting that foot turned in. I've been working on, my outer and inner thighs to build those muscles up. But fitness, I'm a coach. I had to ask Kirsten on that one. I'm like, I can't figure out how to build this hip up to like get my foot to not flay out like that. Like it's, what is it? pigeon-toed and slew-footed. I used to be slew-footed real bad on both feet. My left foot now is very good, but my right foot still just always wants to just hang out there to the right. I remember when I was running once, when I used to try that. I don't try that anymore. My mom was like, your foot is just like flopping out there. I was like, I know, it doesn't have any structure or anything. So fitness also is not, again, the best thing that I've ever done for my mental health, full stop. It has also helped me understand how to use my body, and I am physically changing. My bow leg, I'm so bow-legged by structure, but it doesn't look as bow-legged as it used to because I'm used to now trying to keep my body in alignment. And why am I trying to keep my body in alignment? Because of fitness, because now I understand what it's important for physically, not just mentally, right? It's good for your heart. It's good for fat loss. It's good for bone mass. It's like, I could go on, and now we're at the hour. But we're focusing on different things, right? Fat loss, food for the fat loss. Another thing related to fat loss is not the number one goal, by the way. We will get to the number one area of focus. I don't know, it may take another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know. Anyway, it may take a minute before I give you all my areas of focus. I have to go back and look at them. But that one does also help with fat loss, right? So they're all related. So fitness will help with fat loss. Will it help with food? Yes, actually it does, because I have found that sugar makes me want to eat more food that is not good for me. If I restrict that, if I restrict my carbs and use my carbs for fuel for workouts, because I like my fitness and I want to perform optimally, now it's about when I eat the foods that I eat and what types of foods that I eat to fuel my body that also my brain likes, right? Because I mean, I don't know anybody who does. You know, a thing's not going to make you feel good, and you eat it anyway. Why? Why do we do that? Like, sometimes it's ridiculous. Just when you think about, no, maybe not when you think about it, but when I think about it, and I'm not talking about you, by the way. Just if you're reading into this as you, that's fine. It could be several of you, but for me, that's just why. And then sometimes it's like worth it. Like Sunday, I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's get my favorite pancakes, man. Did I need them? No. Did I know they were going to make me congested when I ate them and kind of want to take a nap? And then I had to be really cautious not to overly eat other foods that night. Yes. Worth it? Yep. It was for me. Was for me. I enjoyed it mentally. I had high anxiety, and I was willing to take the result of how I felt for the mental gain for me that day. The difference is, I know I can't do that every day. I know I can do it every once in a while. But my brain thinks we can do it all the time. We can eat this. It's probably not going to make you feel good. You're going to not be as optimized for your workout. Do it anyway. No, or don't. So I'm trying to go with the or don't, so that I can optimize my fitness, both personally, so that I can keep my mental health in check better than I have been. But again, I've had a bunch of extra stressors. I kind of blame them. And I feel a whole bunch better now just admitting that my anxiety's been really high and I cried in my car for 20 minutes today. It's okay. Some days, those are the days that you have. And they're not your better days. But you know what? It's still a day that I got to have, and I got to end it by talking to y'all and then having a hot dog out of flatbread, out of cheese, cottage cheese flatbread. Okay, hold on. I need to get to the comments, and then we're going to wrap it up, guys. I'm sorry. I let y'all go early last week or on Thursday, so y'all know y'all were in for it. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Y'all are talking to each other. I love that. I just want to make sure. Oh, it snowed where Chris is. 4 inches. That's how much we might get. I'm super excited. Cheryl says it's just cold, snowing everywhere but here. You're welcome, Cheryl. I'm trying to keep it away from you. Deanna says this talk has made you a little motivated to go work out. Just move your body. Whenever you think about it, move your body. It's really the best thing to do. Because it also comes, and for me too, I have to continuously remind myself of that, because one thing when I did start fitness is it was a checkbox. So boop, I did my workout and then I would sit down for the rest of the day. That's still not healthy for you. Not as healthy. It's healthier because at least I was getting a workout in. But really, if I could tell you anything more than anything else, move your body. Get in your body in better physical shape outside of the, for me, mental health benefits. There's just a ton of them. Move your body. Go for a walk if you like to walk. I don't like to walk. Walking is the most painful activity that I do. It's my least favorite. The only reason I do it normally is to talk with other people. But even I have started walking more on my walking pad so that I can focus on, because I think it's because of the way I walk hurts my knee more. If I can get my foot in proper alignment and keep it there while I walk and make my muscles strong enough to do that, I won't have as much pain. And that's how fitness has helped me too. And I want to help other people with it. So we're going to focus on fitness, my own personal fitness. I'm still going to work on getting a career in the fitness industry. How and where, I don't know. Don't ask me that yet. There's so many options and different ways into it, and there are several that I'm interested in. But that's what area of focus number 3. Fat loss, food, fitness. Let me think really more how many more I have. Hold on. Probably 3 more. 3 more weeks and we'll have all of my... Do they all start with F? Hold on just a second. I'm not going to say them out loud. I want them to be a surprise. I think they may all start with F. How funny is that? Hold on. Wait. I'm going to let y'all go as soon as I figure this out in my own head, because I haven't written them down. I've just been thinking about my areas of focus. So I know, Deanna, this is one time we're journaling. I got to tell you, it would have been good because I'd have had them written down. I could have just looked. And then I probably would have noticed that before. But now I'm curious if they all start. Hold on. Yeah, they do. They all start with F. How did that happen? That's cool though. Focus on all the F's, because F does not have to mean failure. Maybe that'll be my slogan. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for being here. Let's see. Cheryl said, yeah, Cheryl has been sick. Y'all know Cheryl been sick. She was there the whole hour, moving, doing what she could. I know if we got in the floor, Cheryl didn't get in the floor. I don't blame you, Cheryl. When you're that sick, going up and down like that ain't a good thing for you. Oh, Barnum's chasing something in his dreams and barking at it. It's probably Ruby. Oh, hey, Sue made it. Sue, I'm just shutting it down for the evening. You're welcome to go catch the replay. Brief recap. My anxiety's been real high. Cried in a car for 20 minutes. Fitness is the best thing I've done for my mental health. Stop. And I want to help everybody else with fitness because I believe in all of its benefits. And evidently, all of my areas of focus also start with the letter F. Which tickles me. So now we're on a high, and that's a great way to go out. F it. That's right, Will. That's why we're friends, my friend. F it, people. F it. Focus on fat loss. Wait, I don't want to give the other ones away. Focus on fat loss, food, and fitness. You'll learn the other ones in the next couple of weeks. Please smash the like button. Have a great week. You have to prep a whole bunch of chicken. I've already made all my freaking fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jocelyn. I'm so glad you got to be here. So for those of you in the Houston, Louisiana area, which is basically just me and Mary and my mama, be safe. But if we get snow, you will see video. I promise. It's supposed to happen overnight tonight. It's supposed to start at like 3 a.m. It keeps saying that. Like, I keep not wanting to believe it. And every time I look, it keeps saying it. And actually, it started out at 2 to 4, and now we're at 3 to 5. So the number actually keeps going up a little bit. So, do you want to build a snowman? Yes, I do. Let's do it. And don't worry about me. If I lose power, Amy's whole house is on generators, so I have a place to go because my mom was worried about that. My mom has a generator, so they have an RV. They could leave if they wanted. They have a whole other house they could live in if they wanted to. But she'll be fine too. So Mary also knows Amy if needed. But hopefully we won't lose power. Fill up your tub, Mary. I'm filling mine up just in case, because if we do lose power, then we can't flush the toilets, and that's an important thing to be able to do when you don't have power, is at least not have to have the stink. So be safe, stay hydrated, F it. At least it's not freezing. Oh, it is freezing. It's literally freezing. Actually, right now, I think it's like 30. It's 34 degrees right now where I am. So it's just above freezing right now. But like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you know how, and comment down below. Are you ready to F it with us? Let's go. I love y'all so much. Y'all are also good for my mental health. Maybe not as good as fitness, but real close. Y'all are a second. And until next time, I'll see you real soon.